Grace. While most 22-year-olds can be found in their natural habitat, aka the club, on New Year's Eve, Grace can be found mind-drunk manifesting, another year feeding into her delusions, and practicing very questionable forms of self-care. And I mean questionable, but that's just because she takes New Year's Eve very seriously. Please enjoy.
Hello, this is Editing Grace. I never made an introduction. So hi, my name's Grace. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're making a vision board. These I do it every single New Year, so let's get on to the video. Okay, well, bye.
Earlier today, I went through Pinterest and I pinned a ton of different pictures that really just like encapsulated the vibe or different goals that I have for 2025. Personal goals, work goals, travel goals, self-care goals, all sorts of things. I think I printed out, what is this, 101 different photos. This cost me originally $40, but Walgreens was having a 50% off sale, thank God. And so it was only $18, which is still kind of ridiculous. You're cute! First thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut out any of the words, anything that I know I don't want to be in a big massive square, so then we are able to arrange it in the way that I want. This time last year, I actually set so many goals. I vision boarded in my journal. So the vision board I made was quite small, but I feel like it was so impactful because looking back on everything that I put in my vision board, not only did like I actually manifest those things into reality, but I did more than that. Like I exceeded all of the goals that I set for myself, and I think that is just like the coolest thing ever. And so this year, I definitely am pushing some of my goals because why not? Like at least it gives me something to reach towards. If I don't hit it in this exact year, then maybe I'll hit it next year. But I have confidence that I'll be able to achieve a lot of these things. Oh my God, she's going on the floor. All right, I'm gonna cut a lot of these photos out and then we'll go through and I can explain where my head is at for the new year. For our canvas today, I will be using an 18 by 24 piece of paper. I did keep quite a few photos in their full like rectangular shape, and we're just gonna kind of layer these throughout as our base, and we'll layer all the other little photos on that are more intentional of what I'm looking for. I don't have any like insane travel plans, but I also am really hoping to have a New England trip this summer. I was born in Rhode Island and my mom is from up north, my dad is from up north. I've lived most of my life in Texas, but I've always just felt so connected to New England and the Northeast. So I have a few pictures of like the plane, a few pictures of Boston, a few pictures of Rhode Island. I also have a photo of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be spending a day in Disney in January, which will be so much fun. I'm gonna have my vision board hung up in my like living room kitchen area so I can look at it like all the time and remind myself like, okay, what are our goals? What are we trying to accomplish? Now we're on to a few of my content photos. I just have a photo of some girl with her camera editing, and then I have a 100,000 subscriber YouTube plaque. Now, okay, if you're watching this video, I know I still have 3,000 followers, but one goal of mine has always been to become a professional YouTuber. I made practice YouTube videos, as I called it, when I was growing up, and I went to school for film and media. I just always loved creating content. It's something that I love that I get to do, as well as hair. Like, I also get to create content for a part of my job, and I think that's such a special thing. For some reason, I've been so intimidated entering the YouTube world again, just because I'm so hard on myself when it comes to creating content. And in 2026, I told myself that I'm not gonna be scared anymore, and I want to put myself on the internet, and I want to put myself out there to show up every week with a new video, share my life, share my thoughts, share my experiences. This photo I actually had on my 2025 vision board, and it will be going on every vision board in the future. It says, girls just want to have funds. Why would I not manifest money? I feel like everyone should be manifesting money. Like, put it in the universe that you're gonna make a lot of money. Now I have a few photos of brands that I'd like to work with. One of them being House Labs. Recently I tried the House Labs foundation, and it has become my new holy grail foundation. When it comes to working with brands, I really only want to work with brands that I genuinely align with, or brands that like I like their products. I've had Temu reach out to me so many times, and I'm sorry Temu, but I do not believe in slave and children labor, and so I will not be doing a brand with you. Sorry. I don't know how people do it. You don't have a soul. The next brand I'd like to work with is Amika. I use Amika like every single day, whether that be at home or at work. I love their hair masks. I use the Insecure shampoo at home. All of my haircuts come with a treatment, and the treatments I use are the Nourish mask and the Insecure mask. I would love to work with them. Truly, that would be such a dream. Warby Parker. I have been wearing Warby Parker glasses since I was probably in high school. They're expensive, but they're so worth it. People are always asking me, Grace, where are your glasses from? Where are your glasses from? Warby Parker. Ramar. Love Ramar. I also love their foils. K18. I use K18 not only on my hair all the time, I use it on my clients all the time. I use the K18 prep spray at work. All right, these are some more personal photos. This one is just like a coffee and a journal. I would like to be more mindful in the year of 2026. That's something I've been really working on in therapy. My word for 2026 is mindful. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but I've come up with like this concept of the mindful hustle. And that's my goal for 2026. And by that I mean like when I'm working in my designated work hours, I'm hustling. I'm trying to get as much done as I possibly can. I'm in grind mode, I'm in work mode, and I'm hustling. And then when I am not within the hours of my designated work time, I will not be thinking about work, because there has to be a way to be a hustler but also live a super like balanced, slow life. Like I crave getting up and like drinking a coffee and not thinking about work or thinking about like all the things that I have to do. And then being able to just turn on my brain and turn off my brain. And as difficult as that is, it really just comes down to the concept of like mindfulness. I also really love Buddhist philosophy. I've read quite a few Buddhist philosophy books and I'd like to get into more because they're all just about like living in the present. And I find when I'm like really hustling, I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not taking time for myself. But when I'm trying to live a slow life, I'm not hustling. And if I'm not hustling, then I'm not like achieving the things that I really want to achieve. And it's not just like an ego thing or work thing. It's like I'm not achieving my passion project. To achieve my passion projects, I have to hustle. This next photo is just a girl watching YouTube and getting ready. I know it might sound kind of silly, but one of my goals for 2026 is to get ready every single day. What I mean by that is I don't need to go in and do like full glam or anything of that sort, but I am one of those people where look good, feel good. I stand by that. If you don't align with that, that's totally okay, but I feel better when I look good. I feel more confident. I feel like I'm showing up as my best self, and I typically just get stuck in like ADHD paralysis where I'm constantly running late and I don't have time to take care of myself or do things for myself. And I don't want to do that in 2026. Like I want to take time to every day just like become the best version of myself so I can show up as the best version of myself. Whether that's in my career, my passions, my hobbies, self-care. Like I just want to be like, okay, I am here in the moment and I'm showing up for me. Because if I can't show up for me, how can I show up for other people? How can I show up for my clients? How can I show up for my content? Something as little as like putting on my moisturizer, maybe some eyebrows and mascara, and I'll feel so much better. These next two photos are just some hair related photos. Obviously, I'm a hairstylist. I would love to get into more like alternative editorial hair just because that seems like so much fun. And then like on top of that, just like more like chunky highlight vivids, anything of that sort. 2026, I really want to get extensions certified. I want to get like really good at doing alternative extensions. Say you want a raccoon tail, but you change your hair all the time. Let me make a personalized tape-in for you, and then we can just boom, raccoon tail right there. We can move it up, move it down. It's not gonna cause like a ton of damage to your hair. And that way for my clients who want to just like change their hair all the time, it's a lot more versatile. My tape! Oh no. I don't have any more tape. I have Mod Podge and no brushes. So thank you for more. I will be sacrificing one of your brushes to glue on my photos. More clear skin, more getting ready. I also really want to work a lot more on hair cutting this year. And by that, I mean I want to take a lot more hair cutting classes. I am really confident in my hair cutting skills, but I've only been doing hair professionally for a year. And I feel like something that I love about the hair industry is that there's always room to grow. Last but not least, we have all of my words. And that way, if the universe doesn't understand what I mean by any of these pictures, it should definitely know what I mean because I will be putting exactly what I mean on top of that. In the center, I know I printed out one that that says vision board. Here we go, vision board. It's in like a cute little cursive font that I love. Now, honestly, I think as much as I love the photos, the words are my favorite part because they're like mantras that I want to carry on into the new year. So I will be reading them aloud and we're gonna be repeating them and saying them throughout the new year. I get rich doing what I love. Who doesn't want to get rich doing what they love? Confidence looks good on me. Actually, I can. Because in 2026, we're not doubting ourselves. We're delusional. Believe that you are literally capable of doing anything. Because why are we telling ourselves that, oh no, I can't do that. Oh no, you know, like that's not possible for me. Or, you know, like maybe someone else could do that, but not me. We need to start looking at ourselves with like infinite possibilities. I get paid for being me. My vision creates reality, and I feel like this is so fitting for creating a vision board. This one's cute. It just says lucky girl, and in 2026 we are manifesting all of the luck. I heard on the interwebs that 2026 is like the year of the horse, whereas 2025 was the year of the snake. And a lot of people have said that like the year of the snake was all about shedding our skin and prepping for the year of the horse, where we're just like running wild for our dreams. And I associate that with like a lot of luck. Like everything that we went through in 2025 was just prepping us for everything that we're gonna accomplish in 2026. I attract paid brand deals that respect my value. I make money creating social media content. I attract a supportive and engaged audience. Consistency, 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 consistency. All right, and we are done. My 2026 vision board has been completed. I'm just gonna go through with a little bit of more Mod Podge, kind of seal everything in, give it a little bit more like shine and gleam, let it dry overnight, and then I will put it in a frame so I can look at it all year long and just remind myself like what my goals are, what I'm trying to achieve, and just keep me inspired. I mean, it's so hard to like stay inspired and stay aligned with your goals throughout the year, but I love making this and then looking back and being like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think it was possible that I could achieve that, and then I did. So to everyone who supported me throughout 2025, I am so unbelievably grateful for you, and I just can't wait to see everything that we accomplish together in 2026, whether that be hair-wise, content-wise, and I'm so excited to take you guys along for the journey. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe and like because that really helps out my channel. And if you're interested in following me at any other platforms, you can find me at The Only Grace to Ever Exist. I will see you guys next Wednesday for a new video. Mwah. Bye! I did it!